Welcome to the Successful Real Estate Broker Podcast, where we learn about some success stories and some not so successful stories. But either way, we learn. Each episode, we talk with successful real estate agents and vendors about things they have done to make them successful and some things they did that you might want to avoid. Join us for each episode of the Successful Real Estate Broker Podcast with your host, Preston Sandlin.
All right. Well, I am here with one of my favorite work buds, Miss Joy Kiser. How are you, Joy?
I'm good. How are you, Preston?
I am great. I'm great. Um, primarily the audience for uh, the successful real estate broker podcast is realtors,
Yes.
which you're very familiar with. You were
I
actually a
know a few
realtor yourself.
realtors.
Yeah, and then and I've interviewed. We've talked before. We've done this before, but at the time you were with a warranty company, but today you are with Wow Video Tours. So,
Yes.
but before we get into that, I definitely want to get into that. There may be some people there might be three people out there who've never met you in real estate world, because I know that would be hard to believe in Charlotte real estate world. People, it's beginning to
Might be
begin.
more than three. I don't
I
know.
know the two most famous people in Charlotte real estate, Bill Gallagher and Joy
And
Kiser.
Preston family.
So I'm riding those coattails as much as I can.
I don't have the pants, so I don't know.
Nah,
I definitely think you're more famous.
yeah, but you have that relationship ability, and Lauren's really good at that too. That's just. But anyway, tell us
Oh,
about
I love
you, Joy,
Lauren.
for people who don't know you. Give us a little background.
Yeah, hi, everybody. I'm Joy Kiser, and yes, I've been with Wow Video Tours for about 3 years. It'll be 3 years in March. Prior to that, I worked for a warranty company for about 8 years, also with realtors. And then way back, I was a realtor, so I still have my license. I do my Bill Gallagher CE every year, so I can keep up with that. But yeah, I've been in the real estate field for quite some time, a lot longer than I want to admit, probably.
So I'm no Joy. We've known each other a while. So, and you're from Charlotte, and you went to
I am from
Appalachian, correct?
Charlotte. Yep, upstate.
So what did you major in college, and what were you thinking at that point you were going to do?
So I majored in elementary education.
Oh, that's right. Me too.
Yeah.
Well,
I did my student teaching, and I graduated in December. So it was the middle of the school year, and there just were not any jobs there. I was interviewing, like, I probably interviewed for two teaching positions, and they were like an hour away from my home at the time. So
wow,
um,
they need the teachers now, but
I know. It was just a tough time of year to be looking for a teaching position. So anyway, a friend of mine suggested, why don't you get your real estate license since you like looking at houses so much? So I did that, and never ended up teaching, went straight into real estate and did that for a few years. So yeah, elementary ed, but never used it.
well, there's a lot
Probably
of
long expired by now. So
oh, you could probably get it back, and so could I, but I don't. And my wife was a teacher too. So tell me this, Joy. I should have asked you this. So what's your like? You grew up in Charlotte. You went to East Meck.
yep.
Brothers, sisters, were your parents? Whereabouts in Charlotte did you live?
So we lived near Plaza Midwood when I was young, and then we moved out to Stonehaven when I was about, I don't know, 11 or so. And it was like we were moving out to the sticks.
That like
Stonehaven
down
off of,
Thermal,
yeah,
Thermal.
off Thermal, Stardust Road, like definitely like a more in-town neighborhood now, but at the time it was like, wow, where are you guys going? It's so far away. And my parents still live there. They still live in their house in Stonehaven. I do have a sister. She's 4 years younger, and she lives in Stardust Forest. Um, so right down the road.
Good deal. Good deal. Yeah, I was trying to remember. We when I first moved to Charlotte in the mid '90s, yeah, like I was looking for a belt line, and at the time it was pretty much Highway 51.
Yeah.
That was the belt line that went around
Yeah,
Charlotte.
I
It was
know.
way pre 485,
Yeah, I remember when they started building 485, and they put those four like art
Stonehenge.
things up at
Yeah.
Valentine. I was like, what? Why are those in the middle of like a cornfield? Like there is nothing out there. And they sat there for
Yeah,
the
I
longest
remember
time. It's like, what
I
is
was
it?
driving. I was doing inspections, a lot of inspections myself back then, and like I was out there doing an inspection. I saw those. It was in the middle of nowhere. I was like,
I
"What?
know. You're like, what
What
in
are
the
these
world is
things?"
that?
It's like Stonehenge. What?
Yeah.
And then we wound up. We moved to Valentine Village, one of the first neighborhoods there, and it was really hard to get back. Well, they were building 485, but you couldn't get. There was only a few ways to get back across. It was like Old Lancaster Highway,
Hmm.
or you had to come down. 521 wasn't built yet.
Yeah.
Uh, so it was a big deal to cross back over. And you had to for restaurants and all that stuff because
Oh yeah.
there wasn't
There's
anything out
nothing
there.
out there. Oh my
But
gosh.
well, let me ask you this. Now, where did you meet your husband? Did y'all meet in high school or college or afterwards? Or
So yeah, funny story. We went to high school together. He's a year older than me, but we didn't know each other. So we met after college. His good friend was married to a good friend of mine, and we just like all hung out one night, and that's how we met. But it was funny that we had gone to high school together and had never met at that time.
did you know of each other in high
Mhm.
school a little bit?
Mhm. Yeah, he's an
Ever
identical
have that
twin.
conversation later? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
like
I mean, we had a lot of
I've
the
met
same
people
friends.
way like later in high school, and they're like, "Yeah, we thought you were cocky in high school, but turns out you're not."
He's an
That's
identical twin, so he like they were pretty well known, just for that. But yeah, we had a lot of the same friends, just never, I don't know, we just never met.
well,
So,
cool, cool. So, and you have a daughter. So, how long have you guys been married? And you have a daughter that's a sophomore, correct? In
yep, she's a
college.
sophomore. Yep. We got married in 2004.
Okay, so coming up on oh no, Pat, or what, 22 years, I guess.
Hmm.
Meg and I are 97, so we're 27 years. I think we're closing in on
Wow.
that 30th.
Oh my
I don't
gosh.
I don't know how that happened. I don't
I
feel
know,
like
it's
I'm that old.
crazy. I know, time
Yeah.
just flies.
So tell us about obviously a lot of people out there probably know you from you worked for First American
Mhm.
Warranties, who I think now Martinez has
Yeah,
your old job, correct?
yep.
Seemed super nice guy, and
He's so nice. He's doing great. So
and I know I'll say this because I know Joy, off the air privately, she says good things about First American.
oh yeah.
She's had another opportunity with Wow Video Tours. So tell us a little bit about Wow Video Tours, what you guys do, and well, I don't want to ask 12 questions in one, but tell us a little bit about Wow Video Tours. I could ask multiple questions, but I will. Go ahead.
So yeah, it's I'm so grateful that that opportunity came along. They're such a great company. It's the owner lives in Ohio, so they started a market there about 20, I think we've been in business 22 years. So we covered the Ohio market. And then the owner's brother lived in Charlotte. So that was why they opened up a market here in Charlotte. So it's not a franchise, but we do cover like two completely separate markets. But I'm just so thankful. It's such a great company. It's very family oriented. We have a great office staff with, in-house scheduling and support for any, kind of behind the scenes support that anybody needs. We've got four great photographers here in Charlotte. They all have lots of experience with real estate photography and just awesome people to work with. They're so much fun and just a really great company. We have lots of great products, affordable pricing, but for quality work. So I'm loving it.
So, is the owner's brother who lives here in Charlotte, is he involved at all or not really?
He not anymore. He had moved on. He actually doesn't live here anymore. I believe he's in Florida. But that was how that kind of transitioned. A lot of people are like, "Well, why do you cover Ohio and Charlotte? Like,
Yeah, it's
they're
sort of an
really
odd.
close to each other." So yeah.
Well, cool. So now tell me, Joy. Well, first of all, let me say, all right, let's say I'm a real estate agent, and I have a listing coming up, and please, all listing agents out there, don't go take listing photos on your cell phone, even though those cell phones have gotten a lot better. But
They
I
have.
mean, that's a real, I mean, everything's about presentation. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? There's a
for sure.
reason something in Nordstrom's costs more than, when you find it in Steinmart.
Yeah.
Nothing against Steinmart or TJ Maxx,
Rest
but
in peace, Steinmar.
yeah, yeah, Stein,
It's
it's not
gone.
even around
Long
anymore.
gone.
Gosh, I'm showing my age. But you could get a deal at TJ Maxx, but obviously the packaging is different than it is, and obviously I'm speaking a little bit, but you know what I'm saying. So it's the same. If you, in my opinion, if you're taking cell phone pictures, you're TJ Maxx in the house when you should be Nordstrom streaming that. No, yeah, yeah, tying up my tongue here. Nordstrom's. You should be Nordstroming that house. So, so tell me, um, Joy, why should I use you? I mean, there's a lot of people out there taking listing pictures. What do you guys offer that the other ones don't?
So, I mean, everybody kind of offers the same services. A lot of it kind of comes down to availability. With having so many photographers, we can typically get out there sooner than, a lot of the companies that just have, there's a lot of people that are like just a photographer, not just a photographer, but like they are the company, the photographer. So, they're limited in, of course, how many jobs they can take. But yeah, I mean, I always recommend at least the professional photos, like, video, drone, all that is extra, even better, but the professional photos really make a difference. When we go back and shoot after somebody has, done the cell phone photos, there's just a huge difference with the lighting and the angles and everything else. And they're really trained to like get those good angles and, maximize the home.
Sure. Well, let me ask you this. I'm a listing agent, and I don't want to throw shade on anybody. I'm just gonna say it realistically. I actually grew up in a trailer park, so I'm not. I very humble beginnings. But let's say I've got a mobile home, listing where my clients, don't have a whole lot of money. And then I also have, a $2.2 million house on Lake Wiley with a dock. It's really nice. They're a little more fluent, and the expectations there are going to be a little bit more. But we want to present both properties in the best we can. But the budgets are a little bit different. So what would you offer me? I want to do something with both of them. Are there packages, or
Yeah.
what would be your advice? Obviously, one's a little bit of a limited budget, and one has more resources.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on how much the agent, I mean, typically the agent is paying for the photos. Sometimes the homeowners do. It just depends on their budget. A lot of our agents will provide the same package to every listing, whether it's a small, lower priced home to a higher end home. Some, price it just based on what the home needs. Like, not every home needs drone. Sometimes you don't want to highlight certain things around the
Yeah,
home.
right.
If homes are tight and they are together, you may not want to highlight that. So, it just kind of depends. But we do have a lot of agents that just apply that same, whatever package they always order, they order it for every house. And they share that with their potential client, when they're going on a listing appointment, no matter the price point of the house, this is the package that we always order. We want to treat everybody the same kind of thing. So,
Sure. What's the turnaround time? Like, if I get those pictures in and I want to get it in the MLS, what kind of turnaround time you're looking at?
yeah, so for photos, it's the next business day. So like Friday shoots come back on Monday, but we do have rush options if somebody needs them on a Saturday, but it's pretty quick. Next day, we promise by 5, but it's usually earlier in the day than that. So,
Yeah.
and we
Now,
can get out there typically within 1 to 3 days for an
is it
appointment.
any longer, or does that include, like, if they have drone, like,
So
well,
drone photos, drone, videos, those are all the next day. Sometimes Matterport, Zillow 3D, virtual staging, things like that might take an additional day.
so what, like, of your package, because you have packages, am I correct in that? What does your max package include? And then what would, like, well, maybe start with, like, what's the basic package include, and then, like, what's the the Mac Daddy package include?
Yeah, so we do. I mean, we do a la carte. So if you just need photos, Even though we're WOW Video Tours, we just do photos a lot of times for agents. So you can order just the photos. You can order just exterior photos if you just need, coming soon, or if you just want exterior photos for whatever reason. So that, you can do a la carte. Then we have the photo video package. And then like our, I guess, highest end package would be our luxury listing package, which gives you the photos, 2 video styles, drone, and then like our hand editing.
Cool. Let me ask you this, because you were an agent way back, and I actually have my real estate license too. I never actually bought or sold anything but investment properties in my own
Yeah.
house, but I took it back in the mid '90s,
Yeah.
and got it now. But obviously, if you would have talked about back then in the '90s, I mean, drone didn't exist,
Yeah.
Matterport didn't exist, any of that stuff. Just some nice pictures, maybe some HDR if somebody really knew what they were doing. How do you think like the expectations are now on, is it pretty much an expectation? I mean, I certainly feel like the expectations now are a lot more than they were then, for sure.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to think, actually, I don't recall like having somebody I called for photos. I must have taken them myself with like my little camera, because I really don't recall having I remember having a home inspector, an attorney, like my mortgage. I remember all those people, but I don't remember having a photographer. Like, I really think we just took our pictures ourselves on a camera, because you didn't use your phone if you had a phone, you didn't use it. It sounds really old.
My mom's been a nurse, a school teacher, and she was a real estate agent for a hot
Yeah.
minute when I was a kid. And this was goodness, 70s or 80s, I don't know. But I remember, I guess she went out and took the pictures herself. But the MLS was this big phone book looking thing.
Yeah.
I mean, she brought that home, and you looked in there,
Oh, yeah.
there was no computer.
We had like a binder for our office's listings. And they, like, when a house would sell, we'd rip it out of the binder.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
But yeah, there was the big MLS book and the pagers, and deliver to a payphone and call back.
Well, I'll tell you, I would give everybody advice: get professional photos, because I'm going to tell you the opposite. Because we have rental properties, my wife and I, and we're always looking. I mean, well, we bought a duplex not too long ago, so we're not looking right now because we're pretty well leveraged up for the moment. But when we are looking, I'm looking for the worst pictures.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to get that TJ Maxx Steinhardt deal.
Yeah.
When I see that they've had professional photographer, I'm looking for, bargain basement.
Yeah, those are the ones
yeah, that's retail. I'm like, I'm looking for the bad.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So
yeah, but then when you go to put it on the rental market or the Airbnb market, then get your professional photos.
But for anybody listing their home, you don't want the bargain basement people, the investors. You want, that. So definitely get the professional photos and what.
Hello, I'm Bill Gallagher with Superior School of Real Estate, and I'm here with Preston Sandlin of Home Inspection Carolina. Preston, I've always liked your style, especially those pants, and also I've been interested in the home inspection business for a long time.
Well, Bill, that's ironic. I've always admired your style, and I've always admired your ability to educate these fine folks for sometimes 4-8 hours a day. I wish that I could do what you do.
Hey, Preston, wouldn't it be cool if we switched? Preston, we sure got what we wished for, buddy.
We sure did. And now that you're the expert, Bill, you are wearing the pants. And I'm the instructor and the educator. Tell us what Home Inspection Carolina is doing these days to make the home buying process easier for realtors and home buyers.
Well, Preston, all our home inspection reports now are online for the real estate agent and the client to review the report online and to be able to create a repair list basically online by either clicking repair, accept, monetary compensation, And once they prepare the request, they can then press email, text, or print right then.
You mean it's all automated, Bill?
Absolutely, we are high tech.
Wow. What else is Home Inspection Carolina doing different these days?
Well, Preston, we're training our home inspectors to be non-alarmist. We are training them to put things into perspective and to simplify the message for the hopeful homeowner.
Non-alarmist is key, Bill. You remember those days of the 100-page reports and those 3-ring binders that would just go on and on and on, la 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 la. Thank you for being a good non-alarmist.
And Preston, one more thing. We fix the small stuff for free. Do you remember when home inspectors always put those little nitpicky items on those reports?
Oh, bless their hearts.
Well, at Home Inspection Carolina, if we can fix it in 5 minutes or less, we do it for free. We're better with a caulk gun than a keyboard any day. We just fix it.
You mean there's no cost for this, Bill?
Preston, it's free.
Wow.
Well, Preston, these pants really are a catch.
Well, Bill, I've enjoyed wearing the suit, but I don't think I could wear it every day because I got to fix the small stuff for free, and I don't want to ruin a good suit.
Preston, it's been a lot of fun flipping the switch.
Yeah.
So, Joy, I know you work with a lot of successful real estate agents out there. And, and since you were one, I mean, this question's stepping a little bit out of our lane, but what do you see, like, what characteristics or DNA, I don't know, that sounds a little too, but what do you see, because you deal with a lot of real estate agents in the successful, do you see any commonalities? Because there's a lot of like new agents watching this. What advice would you give them that you noticed like in the agents that seem to last and and thrive? Any common characteristics you see in those agents?
Gosh, I don't know. I mean, honestly, I think personality, like the agents that just treat everybody, with kindness and respect. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of agents that are not respectful, but I do run into a few here and there. But the ones that are just, when they call and you want to talk, you're just like, oh, they're calling, yay.
Yeah.
Those people that just kind of light up your day. So
What do they call that? There's people who some people are happy to see somebody come in a room, and some people are happy to see somebody leave a room.
right. Very small, very small. I think agents in general just have really good personalities, but there are some I'm kind of like, But, it's like the way they treat their vendors and their, just the general public,
Oh,
kind of
100%.
shows you like
Yeah, and a little
how
insider
people
baseball
are
for
gonna
all
be.
the people out there. Joy and I are classified as vendors, although I hate that word. It seems like such
I
a,
know.
but and there's some great agents, that are very not, but Joy and I will talk secretly with other vendors. There's people who treat us like we're second class citizens or something, and I'm just like, I have my broker's license. I have a master's degree. I mean, I'm not trying to, but what qualifies you as an agent to treat me like dirt? I mean, like,
Mhm.
what?
I know.
I mean, I'm
Very,
sorry.
very small
Yeah, it's very
percentage.
small.
It's really just not that many, so we won't worry about them. But I love realtors. Like
I do too, and I don't mean to pick. It's a very
I
small
love
one.
real estate. I love homes. Like I so strongly believe that real estate is the path to financial
Well,
stability, and like I just wish everybody could own a home. I feel so bad for our kids that where it's just gonna be a struggle. But yeah, anyway, I just love real estate. I love realtors. They're just so much fun to work with, and I love all the different personalities.
me too. Me too. Sorry, I didn't mean to take us down a bad path or anything like that. But you're right. I read something, or saw something one time that like 70% of, well, the millionaires 20 years ago, that was a big deal. A millionaire now is not
Right.
But it was like from real estate, I always tell my kids, you know who wins in Monopoly? It's always the people who buy
Yeah,
all the houses in the beginning.
I
They will
know.
grind it out and they'll win. And to a
Hmm.
degree, not that you win or lose in life, but you obviously, you know, the more wealth you have, or the more options you have, and
For sure.
that's certainly a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, Joy, I have a little this or that game for you
Okay.
that I thought I would play with you.
I
Although
love these.
we did it before, but I have a couple of questions, especially for you. Beach or mountains? I know the answer.
Well, mountains for sure. Although I don't know, with all this snow, I'm kind of like I could be beach.
So
Be
I
beach
do
for
want to
like
probe.
January, February, right?
Yeah, I do want to probe a little bit deeper on that. I mean, I love the mountains too. I'm probably slightly more of a beach person, but I like the mountains too. What is it about the mountains you think you like so much? Is it a feeling, or is it just what is it, you think?
Yeah, and I love to hike and be outdoors and I don't know, I get kind of bored at the beach. Like just I'm not like a sit at the beach. I get like 10 minutes. I'm kind of like, okay, what do I do now?
Yeah.
So I love hiking a lot. So that's why I like them
I
pretty
I
much.
like hiking too, and I love the views, like see back
Hmm.
behind me,
Yeah, it's so pretty.
and they change. Some people might say, "Well, once you see the view, that's it." Blah, blah, blah. I was like, "Nah," but if you get a sunrise or sunset,
Yeah,
it
different times
changes
of the
every
year.
couple of minutes.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
a
God,
it's so
God's the
beautiful.
greatest artist. And that.
Yeah.
Well, but and you can get really good sunsets and sunrises at the beach.
Hmm.
That's why I like the west side of Florida, because that's where you get the sun. On the east coast, which most of us go to, you got to get sunrises and
Hmm.
too, but you got to get up early. All right. So speaking of the mountains, Asheville or Boone?
Asheville.
Asheville. I like both.
I love Boone. Boone's a great little town, but it's a college town.
Yeah, yeah. If I was
Asheville's got a lot to
probably
do.
if I was like in my 20s, I'd probably say Boone. But you're right. It's like Chapel Hill. It's like that's a
Yeah,
great
it
town if
is.
you're in your
If
teens
you're,
or 20s. But
yeah,
when you're 50, you're like, it's okay, but I'm not going out to the bar
yeah.
at 3 in the morning. Uh, Favorite makeover show?
Oh,
A little
wow.
insider baseball. Joy, when we go to a lot of things, and she showed me before and after pictures of houses all the time. So, and she's done it herself. I think she needs her own makeover show.
Oh,
But
I
what's
would
your
love
favorite HGTV? I'm going to pitch that to HGTV. I know somebody who
that.
I'll be the home inspector for it.
That's a hard one. I like the Property Brothers. I like the mom and daughter. I can't think of the name. Shoot, I can't think of the name of them. I think they're like in Chicago, maybe? No. The redhead mom and daughter.
Yeah, Meg would
I can't
know.
think of the name of that show. And then there's one with two guys where they renovate like the whole block. Like they like live in
Oh
one
yeah,
house and fix it up and then they move to the next. I like that show. Now I watch a
where
lot
they
of
get.
these at the
Go ahead.
gym, like just with no sound. So
Yeah, I wonder where they get their funding for some of this.
I know. Well,
Uh,
they buy the house for like $1,000.
yeah. Well, I've used somebody who I don't want to get a cease and desist letter here or anything, but one of the home inspection shows, and to my
Um,
knowledge, there's only been two. That I was like, well, how do they? Where? I mean, just completely. Somebody told me it's a makeover. It's a remodel show in disguise, where
mhm.
they were planning on redoing the kitchen, or because when you're sitting there going, well, you had a leak and you ripped out all the cabinets and all the things just to fix the leak. It seemed a little extreme, but I was like, well, if they were planning to do it anyway, I
Yeah,
should shut up now before I get that cease and desist letter.
find you.
Um, yeah, exactly. I don't have those kind of pockets to fight off something like that. Um, Favorite makeover couple, like Chip and Joanna, one of the other ones.
Hmm.
I don't know all of them. I know their pictures.
Yeah, I don't
There's like the
know.
one guy with a beard with a girl with short hair.
Yeah.
It's
I don't
Chip and
remember.
Joanna. They're probably the most famous of them. And there was a Tariq and what's his, but they broke
Oh,
up.
yeah. That's like a reality show.
Yeah.
Drama.
Yeah. But now they're like, they broke up, but now they each have one with new partners or
Hmm.
something, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really watch them. I don't know. I don't know about couples.
Yeah.
I can't think of any. I mean, Chip and Joanna are okay. Kind of
Yeah.
ran its course.
We stopped at their little place in Waco. We were driving from they got like a little shop and a little
Oh, yeah.
eatery and stuff. I mean, we didn't see them or anything, but it was
Right.
in Waco, Texas. But we did our picture with the windmill or whatever, or the
Uh-huh.
not windmill, weather vane, whatever you call that thing.
Hmm.
So, and I think we bought some really expensive coffee or something, but all good, all good. All right, so if you had an all expense paid vacation to either one, NYC or Miami, which would you guys
Oh,
choose?
NYC.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not a
Cool.
Miami fan. I love New
All right.
York. So fun.
Well, while we're on cities, Super
Mm.
Bowl's coming up.
Ah.
Patriots, the New England Patriots, or the Seattle Seahawks?
Oh, geez. I don't have any affiliation toward either, so I'll say Seattle.
I don't have any affiliation, but there's two Charlotte kids on the Patriots that so I guess I'm
Um,
pulling for the Drake
okay.
May.
Okay, I'll root for them, I
Yeah,
guess.
Drake. The quarterback was Myers Park and Carolina Tar Heels, which I rooted for as a kid, but
Yeah.
now I'm a Clemson guy because of my kids. But anyway, a slight connection to that. You kind of want to see them do
I'll
well.
change. I'll
But
root for them now.
I'll talk you into it.
If I even watch Super Bowl.
I mean, I'm not. Believe me, in the old days, I used to hate the Patriots because they always won. But you do like
Always.
the Drake May kid. I mean, he's only like 23, I think.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's
Well, his
awesome.
brother played. He's one of three brothers. I think he's the youngest one. But his dad was the quarterback of Carolina, Mark May, and then all three sons. I don't know what the one son, but then there was Luke May who played basketball for Carolina, who was really good, and then Drake,
What a family.
was the quarterback. Yeah, yeah, very, very. They
Awesome.
all went to Myers Park. Um, Tacos or would you go tacos or pizza?
Hmm. Pizza.
Flip flops or tennis shoes?
Tennis shoes.
Tennis shoes, because you're the
My
hiker.
feet, my feet hurt, man. I'm too old.
And I know from y'all don't know this. Joy gets up like every morning at like 5 o'clock and goes works out. And then
Workout baby.
I show up at the event. She's like worked out, ran on the machine, and I just ate a Bowberry biscuit. I'm like, oh yeah, I feel like Jabba the Hutt right now. Uh, let me see. I got a couple more of this or that questions. iOS or Android?
iOS.
Ooh, that's my whole family. I'm that long
There's the
Android
man
guy.
in the green with the green in the group chat. The green
Yes, yes, it's me. Like the Taylor Swift song, it's me.
man.
LeBron or Michael?
I really don't watch basketball, but I'll go Michael.
So
He's from
I'm going to ask
Charlotte.
you the opposite question of this, and I know you're slightly younger than me, but I think you're old enough to know like Gilligan's Island, right? You know Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, God, I don't know that I watched it that much, but go ahead.
Well, I always ask Mary Ann or Ginger, to people,
Oh,
it was always like, that was the farm girl or the movie star girl. But
oh yeah.
believe it or not, most people pick Mary Ann. So now I'll have to ask the opposite. There were four men, I think. There was the professor, Mr. Howe, rich guy, or or what, the skipper or Gilligan.
Oh yeah, I don't think I ever watched it. I remember the song a little bit, but
The
I
3 hour
don't
tour.
know. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know.
I went somewhere. We went somewhere in the Bahamas, and I don't know. It's funny when you go on. Every time I've ever gone to Bahamas, everybody tells me this is, oh, Howard Hughes stayed here. Howard Hughes stayed here. Howard, everywhere I went, oh, this is where Howard. And I'm like, I begin to think they just
Gets
say that
around.
to try to get more. But anyway, there was some place in the Bahamas, and they showed this island where we were on the boat, and they said that's the island from the opening scene of Gilligan's Island. So I took a picture of it, and I went back and I got on YouTube. I was like, wow, it does look like it. So I don't know. Maybe they were telling the truth on that, but
That's
I
funny.
don't know. Apparently, Howard Hughes stayed everywhere in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
He did on an island down there for
Seems
sure. I
convenient.
think, but I think everybody claims him because that brings more tourists or something. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the last question, this or that, toilet paper over or under, is like the beard or the mullet or the beard or the mullet
Over.
over. That's what most people say, unless they have cats.
I had to think about it for a minute.
Apparently, if you have cats, the cats will.
Oh yeah. My
All right.
dog does like to steal like tissue out of the trash can.
Oh, I got a dog. Like we now have 3 dogs, by the way. We had two,
Oh.
but Meg's
When did that happen?
yeah. Well, Meg's parents are,
Oh.
you
Oh.
know, that's why we're not spending a whole lot of time in Florida too. But anyway, we have a new dog, and one of the dog, well, not new to us,
Yeah.
but we have one dog that loves to do that as well. So I have to, that dog. It's Ziggy. Ziggy's super smart, and Ziggy will not play with like normal toys. But if Ziggy's chewing on something, it's something he shouldn't.
Oh yeah.
'Cause he swallowed something. Well, about 2 years ago, he swallowed something, and we took him to the vet. He
Mm.
swallowed a piece of elastic. Meg
Oh,
had one of these.
jeez.
She had like this little like witch thing that was like a Halloween decoration or something. It was like a
Mhm.
witch's legs, and you put it underneath, like it was underneath the couch or something. And the legs were attached by elastic. And Ziggy chewed up that. Anyway, it got in his stomach.
Oh my God.
$1,900.
Oh my God.
$1,900 to have an operation on
Oh,
Ziggy to get that.
geez, Ziggy.
We didn't know what it was, but we pulled it out. I was like, it's elastic. And I was like, oh.
Oh my gosh.
So we have to watch Ziggy, even though he's a super
Yeah.
smart dog. He chews things he's not supposed to.
Hmm.
I mean, it's almost like you got a childproof stuff. Anyway,
Yeah.
last
Thanks.
question. Sorry to mean to hijack your interview. Um, what is the wildest, craziest, or funniest real estate story or thing that you've seen happen in real estate in any aspect, whether it was with Wow, with when you were with First American, or just something you heard or witnessed,
Oh my
or when you were an agent?
gosh. I feel
What's
like
the
I have
You can
a
change the
million of
names.
these, but I can't, nothing is coming to my mind.
Any
Oh.
ghosts or funny stories or crazy
Um,
buyers or buyers' dads?
It's always the buyer's dad.
You text me all the time, buyer's dad photos.
I know. I love those. Those are so good.
Yeah.
Golly. I don't know. My mind is blank.
Well, follow her on her page because she'll
Yeah, if
she'll
I
have
think of a good
something.
story, I'll share it out there.
Awesome. Well, speaking of which, for all the listeners, I know you got value out of this. If you need real estate photos, call Joy with Wow Video Tours and follow her. Where are all the places they can like, follow, subscribe, whatever the kids do these days?
So I'm on Facebook and I'm on Instagram. Joy Kiser 2 is my Instagram. I also have a Wow Video Tour Charlotte page where I try to put samples, and eventually we'll start putting more on that page. I've been kind of slow about it, but yeah, all those you can follow.
Yeah, and there's examples on there too of what some of the
Hmm.
the pictures and video and drone photos and
Yeah, I
all that
try
look
to
like.
put our vertical reel videos. Those are kind of newer, like within the last 3 years or so that we have started doing a lot more of, where the agents can do like a little intro at the beginning, or they don't have to, it can just be at the house. But those are fun for social media.
Sweet.
The vertical
All
stuff.
right, Joy. Well, thank you so much. And they could get in touch with you there. Do you have an email? I don't ask that you give your. This goes out on the public. You may not want to give yourself. But is there an email where they can email you, or should they just message you through one of those channels?
Yeah, joy@wowvideotours.com is my email.
Joy at Wow Video Tours, or Wow Video Tours on Facebook, or Joy Kiser 2 on Instagram, correct?
On Instagram, yep.
Awesome. Well, Joy, thank you so much. It's
Thank
been
you,
fun.
Preston.
Thank you for spending a little time with us.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Have a good one.
Bye.
You've been listening to the Successful Real Estate Broker Podcast with your host, Preston Sandlin. Join us on the next episode, where we'll be talking to a successful agent or vendor about the right things to do and the wrong things you should avoid. Join us on the next episode of the Successful Real Estate Broker Podcast.